If you're selling business to business technology, or you're in the business to business of doing business, does that work? I think that sounded bloody ridiculous. You think so? That was quite funny. Let's do that again. Sometimes I don't want to kind of come off as being too cheesy, but it does work. Okay. If you're selling business to business products or business to business services, you're asking yourself, where is the business? It's disappeared. It's vanished. It's gone. The virus is stopping everything. We must shut down. It's the end of the world. We don't agree with that. Do we, Susan Ens?
Not at all. Not at all. It might be, business might be delayed, but it's certainly not gone. And in fact, it's quite the opposite for many. Let's face it. Depending on what industry you're in, this crisis has created a tremendous opportunity for so many business-to-business sellers right now. Let's face it. If you sell a product like Zoom, I bet you're extremely busy at this point in time. If you're selling any hardware that is required to connect virtually, I bet you're very, very busy right now. It depends on your industry, and the bottom line is, if you can't close today, you'll be able to close sales tomorrow. Okay, it's just a matter of the timing.
Yeah.
All about the timing.
Absolutely. And we talk about this, Susan, when we work together quite a lot. You and I on this very principle. And right now, the fact of the matter is, you need an excuse to talk to people, and you need to be able to get in the door. So if you sell 20 different B2B products, don't go to people and say, hey, I sell B2B products and here's my list of them. Pick the one or two that is really going to be useful, look for that pain point, and then find the opportunity to have a conversation around that pain point. How do you go about teaching your clients to do that?
Yeah, well, just like you say, starting that conversation, okay? You have to have a reason to start that conversation. You have to have a reason. Put yourself in your customer's shoes. Put yourself in your prospect's shoes. If I were them, what would be on top of my mind right now? Okay, it's and let's face it, for some right now, like it or not, some of them, it's all about, I have to secure my family, I have to secure my home, I have to make sure everyone is safe, and then once that's done, I can start moving forward. Okay, and so that's the biggest pain point. It's like the Maslow's hierarchy of needs, right? It's back to basics. I remember
good old marketing 101. Yeah.
Absolutely, right? So once that is, think of your customer. What's their business pain point right now? What is their biggest concern right now? Are they in an industry where they can close business, right? So then in that case, I would literally be reaching out via email, via phone, literally to every single customer I had. I would set a daily goal, because I'm all about routine. And when the world is spinning out of control, believe me, it is very empowering to create that routine. All right. I learned that when I was going through cancer treatment. All right. When it's out of control, bring it in control by creating routine. So do 10, 15, 20 customer calls each and every day. Do it at the same time every day. Reach out to your customers. Ask them, how is their business being affected? How can you help? You may be able to help now, or you may be able to help later. But the bottom line is, even if you don't close some business today, you're starting business for tomorrow. All right. I'm from a farming family out in Western Canada, Scott. Okay. I get the idea that you plant your seeds in May to harvest in August and September. And if you believe me, there's so much opportunity out there. The sales reps that are going to come out of this the best are the ones that are creating the most connections, the most relationships now. In fact, you're probably going to need about 3 times the amount of prospects on the go coming out of it, a packed prospect list, and you will just move right on forward when this is done.
That is something that's been echoed by a number of sales trainers. As you know, we deal with quite a few of you guys, and you're all echoing the same thing, and you're saying that, which is quite nerve-wracking. Let's not be flippant about it. 3 times the number of prospects to close the same number of deals. Now that's difficult. I mean, a lot of these guys aren't hitting the same number of prospects in the first time. Let's just delve into that, because that's an important point. And that's quite daunting for a lot of people right now. But what you're saying is, whatever you do not sit on your ass right now. Don't do nothing.
Exactly. Okay, because if you do nothing, that's exactly what you're going to get out of it. You're only going to get out of it what you put into it. Okay, so I know personally, and what I'm coaching my sales clients right now, sales coaching clients, is do a structured program of lead generation, reaching out and connecting with your customers. Okay, connect, build that relationship, do it consistently each and every day. In fact, even though it needs to be a one-on-one connection, I think that process of reaching out and connecting should be automated. Okay. Bottom line is, as a sales professional, the more time you spend actually connecting with one-on-one with your customers and prospects, the better you're going to be. The start of that process can be automated. All right. And then that brings more people for you to talk to going forward.
Good point.
Makes
So,
sense?
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know if I explained that clearly.
No, you did. So essentially what you're saying is, and let's take it back to the numbers. You've got to get 3 times more prospects in the top of your funnel. You cannot spend that amount of time just prospecting, because you're not going to have any time to convert them at the bottom. You're going to spend all your time prospecting. You need to automate a lot of the top of your funnel right now, so you can spend more time nurturing them through the bottom. And that's why you and I work so successfully together, because what we try to do is we try to help those clients do that. Don't spend time prospecting. So you've got 3 steps to the sales process, which is hugely oversimplified, I know. Find the people you want to do business with, nurture the relationships, close the deal. Only you can close the deal, but you can get a lot of help doing the first one, and as well for the first, at least a significant proportion of the second as well.
Exactly, Scott, exactly. It's lead generation, lead nurturing, lead conversion. Yeah. Okay. And that's what it comes down to. And if you think about it, if an average sales rep has $1 million quota, okay, and you look at how much time they actually spend selling, and I have actually worked the numbers, they're worth about $2,000 an hour. Okay. So from that perspective, I don't know of anybody who doesn't complain about a lawyer at $400 an hour. So don't waste your sales time at $2,000 an hour. So if you can free up just one more hour to sell, that's $2,000 worth of revenue. So if you can automate any of those processes, all right, that is only going to help you later on. So if you have to ramp it up now 3 times as many prospects, you have to have 3 times as many going into the top of your funnel, or you're just not going to do it. But you still want to connect and build those relationships in the nurturing stage.
Yeah, we need business owners, and especially those in the B2B selling space, to realize that, you know, it is about seeds, because you feel like you're not in the priority list right now. People and businesses have got other things to worry about. They don't want to worry about, you know, what's the next technology gadget, papers, paper clips, stationery, printers, anything like that. That's not what they're thinking about right now. It's survival. But that's not going to be like that forever.
No, it's not. But how we do it, though, has changed. Okay, the old-fashioned cold calling techniques, door knocking, this kind of stuff, just doesn't work anymore. Okay, let's face it. If I pick up the phone right now and do 20 phone calls, cold calling, there's nobody in those offices picking up the phone. They're in lockdown. Let's be honest. So how is that going to build my sales funnel to make me successful at the end of this? It's not. Okay, you have to get out and go where the prospects are. Social media, LinkedIn, you can still go to all those networking events. The only difference is you're meeting virtually, all right? And you can still do that. You can still be successful. In fact, probably more successful in the long run. And let me give you an example. These meetings virtually is not something that's new to my business partner, Bob and I, all right? In fact, we ran a national channel sales organization in Canada, literally from coast to coast to coast, what I affectionately called Timbuktu, Canada. And we had a whopping $150 a month travel budget. Now, I don't know if you know Canada, Scott, but we're a big country.
Yeah.
$150 a month isn't going to get into the other side of Ottawa, let alone the other side of the country. So we started these regular conference calls, managing our team remotely, doing it just like we were virtually. It was the same as face-to-face. And that national channel sales organization went through a 39% annual growth rate for each year for 5 years, okay? And so the face-to-face had nothing to do with it. It was still basic sales techniques that can work and be trained and learned virtually. And it worked the same with customers as well.
Yeah. Well, Susan, let's do that. I mean, let's give these guys a chance to have a conversation with us, because if you're listening to this and you want to learn the art of how to communicate on Zoom, how to sell through the process, how to get your sales pipeline doing, just talk to us. You guys have got so much free material. We've got so much free material. We're at home. We'll give you a free consultation, not about money right now. And we want to get this across to people. We just want to have a conversation with you, because whether you turn into a client or not, it's not a big deal for us, because we know we'll get those clients in the future. It's giving back. So have that conversation if you're listening to us. Susan, where's the best place to get hold of you?
B2bsalesconnections.com. That's B, the number 2, B, salesconnections.com. LinkedIn, all our social media profiles are there. We're happy to help, seriously. One of the best things that salespeople can do right now, okay, is learn a new skill. Pick the top 3 things that you wanted to improve before you went into lockdown, and take a half an hour each day to improve them, whether it's your lead generation, whether it's your closing skills, whether it's your time management. Take half an hour a day. It's the best thing you can do for yourself. Is, you know, there's an old saying Alan Weiss once said, if you improve just 1% each and every day in 70 days, you're twice as good. Okay? So, and if you want some ideas on what to improve on, contact us, as you said, Scott. Happy to help. Happy to have these kind of chats. It's not about the money. B2bsalesconnections.com. I would very, very happy to help anyone achieve their sales potential.
Susan Ens, thank you once again for joining me on scottcundill.com.
My pleasure.